Jarlaxle is likely the very first deep damage dealer that you're going to have when playing this game. He shows up in slot 4, and he's actually pretty good. Going over his specifics, he's a pretty old elf or drow. He is neutral evil, and these affect buffs coming from other characters. The age is in relation to Gromma's grandmotherly love. Race comes from Ashara's buff, so he benefits from a lot of people's buffs, except for Gromma, really. But what makes him a very unique damage dealer is that he benefits from every stat-based buff. He benefits from Zorbu's Dex or Hunter's Pack, which is based on Dex. Dadius's Empowerment, because that's based on Intelligence, which again, he's past the threshold. And also Hitch's Friendly buff, which is based on Charisma. He can benefit from all three. Another thing that makes him unique is that he attacks the furthest enemy, and it's from behind. And now that means Jarlaxle is very good to use. Even if he's not your main DPS, you can sub him in if there's a wave of monsters just right in front of your tank, and you have to kill something behind them. Jarlaxle is going to be one of the very unique characters that will help you progress and get past those difficult waves. Now, looking at his itemization, we see 2 slots of personal damage increase, which immediately says he is slotted to be a damage increaser. Looking at 3 and 4, this is where it kind of gets a little interesting. Jarlaxle's room to work says that his damage will be increased if there is nobody directly in front of him. Now, if he's out in front, it's really hard to buff him in a lot of ways. So this is kind of one of those weird niche picks that you're not going to pick too often. Whereas Equal Opportunity buffs Jarlaxle if there are at least 3 unique races adjacent to him. And this is just going to get easier and easier as more options come out with future champions. It's already pretty easy, but it's only going to get easier. And we see that we have to pick between his 2 items. He does benefit a slight bit from both at the same time, but his specializations pick between this. I would recommend Equal Opportunity every time. And again, for 5th and 6th slot, ultimate cooldown and attack damage. His ultimate is very nice for clearing out just a bunch of waves. And this is also true because ult damage is based off of party DPS and not personal DPS. So everyone's ultimate is relevant if one of them is ever. Looking at his upgrades, we see a lot of damage. He does not buff party damage whatsoever. What he does do is increases the amount of gold that you can find. And this starts off very small, 10%, and then soon after he picks up another 10%. And this doesn't make 20%; it's actually 21. It's multiplicative or something like that. So he does have, I think it's 7 by now, but he has quite a few 10% gold find upgrades, which makes him kind of a nice option to use, even if you're not using him as a main damage dealer. If you're just trying to upgrade all of your other champions while you're still getting to your wall, Jarlaxle is a great option just to leave in there while you get to your wall. All in all, Jarlaxle is a very respectable damage option, but he does fall short eventually. I hope this was helpful, and to see you guys next time.